Alright, so we're going to find the domain of a logarithmic function. We have the log of x minus 3 over x minus 5. So to find the domain, we cannot take the log of 0 or a negative number. So that means that this x minus 3 over x minus 5 has to be positive. So that means that x minus 3 over x minus 5 has to be greater than 0. Alright, so now how do we solve this rational inequality? Well, the first thing we have to do is we have to set the numerator equal to 0 and the denominator equal to 0. So I have x minus 3 equals 0, and then I set the denominator equal to 0, and I solve. So I'm going to add 3 to both sides, and so I get x equals 3, and here I'm going to add 5 to both sides, so I get x equal 5. And then I take these two numbers and I'm going to plot them on a number line. So I've got 3 and I've got the 5. And what this does is it divides the number line up into 1, 2, 3 regions. Now what I have to do is I have to pick a number from each region. It doesn't matter what numbers you choose as long as they're in each one of the regions. So here I'm going to choose x equal 2. Here I'll choose x equal 4. And here I'll choose x equal 6. Alright. So now I have to take each one of these numbers here and I have to plug them back in to the x minus 3 over x minus 5. Okay, so let's do that. So I have, let's plug the 2 in for x. So I've got 2 minus 3 over 2 minus 5, which gives me negative 1 over negative 3, which is a positive 1/3, and that's greater than 0. So that means that everything in this region is positive. And now I'm going to take the 4 and plug it in. So I get 4 minus 3 over 4 minus 5, which equals 1 over negative 1, which equals negative 1, which is less than 0. So that means everything in this region will be negative. And then I have to do the same thing with the 6. Plug it in. So I get 6 minus 3 over 6 minus 5 equals 3 over 1, which equals positive 1, which is greater than 0. So that means that everything in this region will be positive. Now, what am I looking for? I'm looking to see when x minus 3 over x minus 5 is greater than 0, or when it's positive. So I can see that it's positive in this region and it's positive in this region. So it's positive from negative infinity all the way to 3 and from 5 to positive infinity. So my domain is going to be everything from, let me draw that better, everything from negative infinity all the way up to 3, and I'm using parentheses because it's not greater than or equal to, or everything from 5 to positive infinity. Okay, and I'm using parentheses because it's not or equal to, and I have to use the parenthesis anyway because we couldn't include the 5, because if we did, that would give us 0 in the denominator, and we can't have that. We can't have that. Alright, so this would be your domain. I hope this helped, and I've got some other videos where I'm finding the domain of a log function, where the function that I'm taking the log of is different. Okay, I've got a linear or quadratic also. and you can hopefully you'll check those videos out. Alrighty, thanks.